What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday sermon. Well, before I get into it, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love reading your comments and replying to them, and just keep telling me what you want to hear and what you want me to talk about, and I'll add it into new video content that I bring forward. As you know, this is officially day four of my detox cleanse fast, and today is going to be the last day. Today, officially, I'm going to probably break the fast near dinner time. I'm kind of having a mixed bag of everything that's been going on. But anyways, let's get into it. Today's Sunday sermon. I've been experiencing a lot of reflection, a lot of man. I had a really, really vivid dream last night, which my dad was in. This time he came in the physical, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he was like sitting next to me in the car. And if I didn't mention it in the last 3 videos, I'm drinking like organic coconut water, a little bit of water, spring water, mountain spring water. And that's roughly what I've been doing for the past 4 days, 3.5 now. But today I'm just resting. I went for a walk, and I kind of was feeling like it kind of hit me. Let's just say that. I don't feel hungry, but I think I've long surpassed that because I've been doing this for so long now. And I've been doing the intermittent fasting too, so it's not really a thing too much, but it's interesting because I've been getting like these intermittent bursts of energy, and then I kind of like am sluggish, and then I get a burst of energy, and then I'm sluggish. And yesterday, as you know, if you watched the video yesterday, I had to take some packages to ship out, and on my way home I stopped at the lake and just sat there in the sun for a while, and I may do the same and just go outside because I don't want to really do too much today. I definitely am feeling sluggish. I did say I have mentioned, that I have been talking about doing like a 30-day fast. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know when that's going to be, but I definitely realize that I need to do more of these like kind of 3-4 day fasts to prepare myself. I'm definitely not going to just jump into a 30-day fast. And more importantly, I'm not going to plan that. It's going to be the same like I did with this. I went day by day. I stayed in the present moment. And I said, you know what? I told you guys on previous videos, I'm not going to set this expectation of how many days I'm going to do, when I'm going to finish. It's just, I go with what I feel. Because I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure, and that goes for anything you do in life. You can have goals and whatnot, but I really think that when you sit here and you plan and you say, I'm going to do this for a certain amount of days, it's too much pressure and expectation as to, just doing it on the fly. And, just being like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I feel like doing it, and when I stop, I stop. Then you don't hold judgment upon yourself, and you don't, set yourself up for failure, so to speak. And so, the bottom line is that yeah, it's been pretty easy. I can't complain. I have not really thought about food. I felt it physically, but I haven't thought about it. In the beginning, when I first did fast, like months and months and months ago, and I first was starting like, and I started doing like a 1 day fast every other week, and then kind of I took a break, and then I did it again, and kind of like that. In the beginning, I can tell you right now, I was thinking of foods that I didn't even normally eat anymore, like pizza and different things like that. And what was interesting too, when I started that whole journey, uh, when I would do breath work and yoga, I started to notice that I would actually smell foods that I used to eat. Like I'd be like, somebody cooking like French toast, or somebody cooking, and you would get like it was almost like it was rising out of uh, your body, like your physical body, and it was really really interesting to say the least. I don't get that anymore. It kind of faded away a while back, but I feel like that gets stored in our cells, because food is just energy too, just like everything else. So yeah, so a lot of emotions have been coming up. I will say that, and I will say that I've just allowed them. I've just allowed it to come up. I've really not. I've just kind of sat with it. I've pointed and directed everything inward and gone inward, and I've been sitting here practicing my handwriting and pulling oracle cards and then writing the handwriting, or writing the phrases that are there, because I want to say this, and I'm honest about everything. And if you can see, like, here's some writing that I did, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's very unlegible. And then we go to the practicing I've been doing, and which is much much more legible. And my handwriting, for the most part, my dad would always make comments to me how you need to practice your handwriting. And then all of a sudden I was talking to my brother, my friend, and he was giving me some tips. And I notice what I tend to do is I write really fast, and it turns into like chicken scratch. And when I was writing this stuff down, I was taking my time and writing really slow. And that's one thing that I need to continue to practice, because my handwriting, if I tend to like just rush it. And yesterday I was kind of just writing letters of the alphabet, and I was taking my time, and I was repeating letters like B's and D's and A's, and just writing them capital and lowercase. But I noticed that I just rush it so fast, and then it just becomes unlegible. And so he gave me some tips, and he was like, why don't you go on YouTube and watch some videos and then take notes, which I thought was a really good idea. And then, I don't know, something drew me to shuffling the oracle deck and just continuing to shuffle the deck and getting a bunch of cards, like 5 6 cards, and then writing the phrases down slowly, and just practicing to write as slow as I can, because the more I do that, the more I will then take my time, no matter what I'm doing, when I'm writing in general, and my handwriting will just get better and better. It's a very long time coming. It's something that I've needed to do for a very long time, and it's almost like the fasting has brought this up as something I need to look at and something I need to work on. And it's true, and I do, and I am. And so, yeah, that's one of the things that has come up, along with many, many other things. And, I can definitely say this 4 day fast has been just miraculous. And I've had so many downloads, I've had so much information come through. When you fast, and you fast for multiple days and you're just drinking water or coconut water and you're not eating anything, you're giving your body a chance to rest. And in doing so, because you're not processing this food, you're not digesting, which takes a lot of energy to do, it causes you to really reflect and really think, because there's not anything to distract you like food. And you don't have to think about what you're going to eat and what you're going to make and what you're going to do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, you know, if you even eat that many times a day, which I don't, but still I do. But now, mind you, I intermittently fast too. So I've been doing this for a very long time now. And not only have I fasted for days, but I intermittently fast, as I've spoke about on a few of the other videos. How I would eat dinner at night and then not have a shake until 2:30 in the afternoon the next day. That's almost one whole day right there. So I do that almost every day pretty much. There's usually not a day that I take a shake early in the morning, or it's usually 11, 12, 1 or 2, somewhere around there. And then I don't have dinner till 5:36. So there is a pretty big, huge gap in between the night before, the next day, and then dinner time, and then again. So I've really been kind of conditioning myself now to get to a point where I don't really crave the foods. I'm not really like shaking or like, oh my God, like I'm hungry and angry at the same time. I don't experience that anymore. I used to experience that when I used to eat sugar and carbs and all that kind of junk food. I don't experience that anymore from what I'm seeing, because I'm starting to get to a point where it's habitual, it's a habit. And I definitely have seen a lot of toxins come out of my body. My tongue's really white with like a thick coating, which is poison and toxins coming out of the body. So am I going to do this again? 1000%. I urge you, if you plan to do it, is do your research and play around with the different ways of doing it intermittently first before you do like a whole day or a couple days. I would really, gradually move yourself slowly into it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. This is my experience, and I'm just sharing my experience. As I said, if you have never done it and you've eaten a lot of junk in your life, I would definitely do it. Proceed with caution, and do it in increments. Do a few hours, then eat, and then try to go longer and do it like that. Do it in a way that you're, paying attention to everything, because depending on how toxic you are, and how much you've been filling your body with like medications, all kinds of things, who knows, over the years. You really want to do it carefully. You want to do your research. You want to do it slowly. You want to go into it slowly. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you what I've done in my life and how I've kind of gradually moved up to like 4-day fast. I urge you to do that, because it will be difficult. And when you first do it, all you will think about is food. And you will think about things that you haven't eaten in a long time that you want to eat so bad. So it really does take discipline, and it really does take just awareness and a lot of mental strength, let's just say. With that being said, just take your time, be kind and compassionate and loving for yourself, and lead into it with ease and grace. That's the best thing I can tell you to do if you're really thinking about doing a fast, any kind of fast, whether it be intermittent or just days. But this will be my final day. I hope you got something out of this 4-day detox fasting that I did. If you haven't, watch all 4 days. Like I said, man, do your research and try to drum up as much information as you can, because there's many ways of doing it. You can do it just liquid, you could juice fast, you could fruit fast, you could intermittent fast, you can do so many different ways, but I urge you to gradually, slowly go into it. Don't just jump and dive right in, unless that's what you want to do. That's your choice. Again, I'm not recommending anything to you. This is just my experience. I hope that this will help you in some way on your journey. I love you all, man. Again, hope you enjoyed the Sunday sermon. And just take care of yourselves and each other, man, and just be as kind as you can and loving to yourself, and get yourself in nature. That's the best thing I can tell you when you're fasting too. Get in nature. I love you all, man. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I will see you in the next one. Please take care of yourselves and each other, from my heart to yours. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go with some Warriors of Light. We got this.